EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Las Vegas Raiders. Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, Week 1. Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
And here's Christian McCaffrey with another run CMC as he's known in the Carolina area. Easily the most productive running back in the league last season. 2,392 yards from scrimmage. He's just so dangerous every time he gets the football. Whether you hand it to him, throw it to him out of the backfield, just imagine if they have the guts to let him return kicks as well. This guy is a true triple threat.
Now whistles and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll run with McCaffrey, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. 44, come on.
From the gun, Bridgewater. That is incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Found his target, it's Anderson. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Catch there by Robbie Anderson, and we all know he's got the speed to get behind any defense. What I think is underrated about his game is his toughness and his belief in self. Robbie Anderson was an undrafted free agent who's turned into a big-time player in the NFL, and now landing in Carolina reunites him with his college coach, Matt Rule, when they were together at Temple.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's McCaffrey. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Bridgewater. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That's good for a Carolina first. Bridgewater to Moore.
Catch there by DJ Moore is really starting to come into his own, and he's one of that pack of receivers in the NFL now that looks like running backs and plays like that as well when they catch the football. Last year, nearly 1,200 yards receiving, 78 yards per game, and that ranked in the top 10 in the league. Expect those numbers to continue to grow.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Stopped short of
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. Trying to power it in with Arma. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
Not a lot of headway on that carry, but when you're dealing with a defensive line that can cover up your center, sometimes you got to think about getting out of that play. Not going to be a lot of space when that happens.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey taking it in. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mariota and the Raiders now come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. To throw is Mariota. And there's the first NFL catch for Henry Ruggs.
Complete to
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mariota. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
By Dante Jackson.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're indeed going. It's Mariota.
Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted.
It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Throwing is Bridgewater. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Mark Andrews, a first-time Pro Bowler, the intended target.
3rd down here.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Here's Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The roughing the kicker called on 4th down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10. McCaffrey following the penalty. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
That's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. To throw, Bridgewater. Hard throw, incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And his kick is good. And that will make our score 9-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
They'll find Williams on the slant.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
11 on the play. And a Las Vegas first down.
After one, it's 9-0.
With the score, Panthers 9, Raiders 0.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing is Mariota. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down.
Incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was saying about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Ball on the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10. Mariota to throw it. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Henry Ruggs. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
I thought when Josh Jacobs was coming out of the University of Alabama, he was an absolutely perfect fit for John Gruden's offense with the Raiders, and it turned out, in this case, I was absolutely right. Led the NFL rookies in rushing a year ago, 1,150 yards. In fact, the only rookie to top the 1,000-yard barrier, and this kid is a workhorse who can carry the football in any situation and catch it out of the backfield.
They run here with Jason Huntley.
And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Mariota.
And he's got the hook up to Ruggs.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. They go play action. Mariota Sliding out of the pocket. He's airing it out for Williams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Back deep, Travis Benjamin. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So the first play in the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Throwing, Bridgewater. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. It's the former number 4 overall pick, Cleveland Ferrell, that got in there to bring him down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation. Run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
And he's able to get it out of there. A nice punt, but a good run back as well at 13 yards. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st down, Huntley. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action, Mariota. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Made at the 21-yard line.
The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Mariota. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. The product of Jersey City, Tahir Whitehead on the sack. Fourth down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Oh, it's no good. Carlson pushed it to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on fourth down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold. He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick.
Intercepted by the...
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now Huntley. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
The tackle by Yetur.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
On 2nd down now, Huntley, and he'll be brought down right on the 50, a gain of 3.
Dante Jackson on the...
Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Mariota now from the 50. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. I think probably just trying to draw them off there, it didn't work.
And defensively, that's what you work on all the time, being in that spot and being able to not jump and give them the yardage that they were desiring.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Bridgewater to throw it. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy?
Now Bridgewater. He's going to look deep for more. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, 70 yards. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point right down the middle. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead.
Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing it.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the
Well,
pick.
they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
On 2nd and a couple, Bridgewater. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football.
Marcus Mariota sacked. A fumble on the play.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Joey Slye to kick off for Carolina.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going. but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. To throw on 2nd and 6. Mariota. Reception here by Ruggs. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
First down, Raiders.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52.
On 2nd and 7, Mariota. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there.
And it's 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Mariota. Flushed it. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs. They covered well. Allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
How much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
2-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Here's a man who's now 3rd all-time in rush yards, Frank Gore. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Bridgewater. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Second and 11 now. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
first.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
At the 43-yard line.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Bridgewater getting this complete to McCaffrey.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Carolina Panthers.
And there's a catch by Christian McCaffrey, and he plays a huge role in the passing attack. He's caught over 100 passes each of the last 2 years, so he is a defense's nightmare, because how do you identify him before the snap on every play? Is he a running back? Is he a receiver? Do you guard him with a defensive back, a linebacker? Whatever you do, he tends to have the answer himself and ends up making big plays.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's going to be close to a 1st down as he gets this to the Raiders' 25.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
3rd and 1, who you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a 1st down.
A 1st down throw for Bridgewater. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down.
At the 21-yard line.
Second and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
Strip that ball. Stop Mike 42, Mike 42. Now watch one.
From the gun, Bridgewater. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Mike 42, Mike 42. You ain't got nothing.
Bridgewater now gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
Joey Sly for the Panther field goal. A 33-yard attempt.
Oh, this ball hangs out to the right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Change.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And a Las Vegas first down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jacobs. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
A 6-yard pickup.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 4.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Over the middle, complete. It's Jacobs. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
It's a gain of 20.
Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
Push him back. Push him back.
They'll run on 1st down. Jacobs. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Jacobs, the ball carrier.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
From the 36, Mariota. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown. Tyrell Williams, 36 yards. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
And now the Raiders will face an important 2-point conversion attempt here. Throwing, Mariota. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught.
Successful.
So they get the conversion, and now we're back to a 1-score game.
8. Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10. at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Tanner Muse there defensively.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
55,
Throwing is Bridgewater. He's going to air one out for Anderson. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 32 on the play.
1-yard line.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
Pick it up, team. Check 52. Under 10. Under 10. Watch the
Here's Bridgewater. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth-quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
check 42's the mark. Check 42's the mark. I'm coming for you. You mine.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. To the ground, this time with Gore. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Mike 42, Mike 42. And what's that? And what's the ball?
Now a run with McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Panthers add on to their lead. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Makes the score Panthers 23, Raiders 8.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
A 2nd down throw here for Mariota. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The Raiders on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Mariota. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
1st down, Raiders.
A 1st down throw for Mariota. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To try again after the sack. Mariota. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by the rookie Jeremy Chin.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to